the even harder version is this yellow ring. You're going to balance it on the mouth of your full bottle.
Oh, in your box?
Oh yeah, in your box, sorry. Your kids.
I thought there was one in the yellow bin too.
So balance that on the mouth of your bottle, and then balance one of your nuts on top of the ring. And you center. Did she get it?
I did.
Good. Okay.
Try.
So earlier I was warming up for you guys. I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but
She can't even keep the nut on.
I know. The trick with the ring is that you do want it to be swift. I usually don't use my full hand. I usually use 2 fingers to swipe. Again, you don't want to pull up or down. You want to go straight across in a fluid motion, as smooth as you can. Because if you bump it at all, your nut's just going to fly everywhere. So yeah, you can even use 1 finger like he's going to do. I tend to do it faster than JT or Monique does. They tend to go for the slower approach, but that's up to you. So I guess I'll give it a shot. There we go.
Try it out, and we'll explain why you can't do it out. Go ahead, if you can. Okay. Now there is another reason why you can't do it from the outside.
Yeah. So if you were to hit your ring from the outside, what happens is when you hit it like this, the ring actually stretches upwards. Okay, and that throws off the position of your nut, and that's what makes it unable to fall in. When you hit the ring from the inside, you're pulling the ring, so you're actually compressing it, making your nut, oh, he almost had it, bringing your nut closer to that opening of the bottle, and thus it's more likely that it's going to fall inward. Does that make sense? So you can explain how, even though your kids can't see that the ring is flexing, any force that you apply to that ring is going to change its shape in some way.
I got you going.
Now the nuts are the perfect size to, just fit in the opening of the pop bottle. That's any pop bottle. And we have provided those nuts in your kits, but you can also use pennies. They're a little bit more challenging because they are a little bit wider or larger diameter.
Yeah, so keep giving it a shot. We in Chem Club, we like to see how many things we can stack on top of the rings and still get them into the bottles. Robert's been able to get
all of it.
9 things into the bottle at once. So he did 7 coins and 2 nuts just a couple of minutes ago, actually, while we were practicing. So you can have your kids, once they get 1 nut, try 2 nuts, gradually increase. It's just every time we get this out, all of us are just sitting there trying to play with it and
She just
practice.
mentioned before, if you want to make it into a competition, how many can get it in a minute, or any variation.
Who can get the most
thereon.
creative in stacking them? We had somebody stack 2 of the rings on top of each other and then put the nuts and pennies on top.
And he was able to still get the nuts and pennies in. So he split his fingers like this to pull both rings at once, and it was crazy.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it was absolutely amazing.
I can't even get it one.
So,
And when I first saw this, I was like, oh, my 6-year-old won't be able to be coordinated enough to do it. But after a couple practices, even she could get it. So I was impressed that even pretty young kids, or at least can stick their finger in the middle and go like that. And it's still
And if you are having that harder time getting it in the hole, what we do is you get a juice bottle that has a little bit wider opening for yourself. And then that way, if it's slightly off, because you're so close, it's slightly off, that I'm sure the juice bottle will work better for you.
But I mean, that's a good idea, because I will have kids who just emotionally are having issues, and they'll flip out if they can't get it.
And if you can't do this one, we have another adaptation for you. With the pie tin and the golf ball.
So yeah, and obviously the smaller the nut, the more likely it will be to get into the bottle for you. So you can change it up, like she said. If you've got kids that are a little bit if they get frustrated, go ahead and use a milk jug. You can go ahead and use a juice bottle, whatever adaptation you need to use for your kids to feel successful in it, because that's at least how we feel. Demos have to be successful to get the principle across. If the kids don't get the nut in the bottle, then they're not going to learn about the inertia. They're just going to be frustrated that they didn't get the nut in the bottle. So by all means, bigger bottles, smaller nuts, whatever you need to do to make your kids be successful at their demonstration or the activity, the better they learn. That's how we feel.
Start with the 3.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Oh, definitely. That's a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah, she just said she might start off with a juice bottle and then challenge them to go smaller openings as they get better at it. So that could be a good idea too.
We can
Okay,
use it as
so-
a field day kind of thing,
Yeah.
like, once again, as like a carnival, I know sometimes they have the end of year parties.
And then
where-
there's still learning during field day.
Right,
So this is a variation on that idea to carry on inertia, maybe with a little more drama. We gave you golf balls today, but you could also do it with eggs. And that again adds a little more drama because, so the fancy scientific instrument, toilet paper holder, any, glass would do, we do have the water in there. It can be done with a pie tin or a tray, but we can show this once where same kind, you're gonna slap it. And again, you wanna go horizontal motion, not up or down, but you get one in. But that's not dramatic enough.
So
we can
last
do-
Friday she did it with eggs.
I did do it with eggs, but we wanna do 3 at once. And we wanna for example, I would say, I told the kids, we had done something else with eggs, and so we said, okay, here's something else you can do with eggs. And I bet I can get 3 eggs into 3 glasses with one arm tied behind my back. So, a little bit closer together. Now for 3 glasses, I'm going to use something a little bit wider. This is a tray. So
Like you would have at McDonald's or something. It has to have a lip on it. That's the key. A
And that,
lip.
yeah, that is the
the
critical
plastic,
thing.
you know the styrofoam lunch trays?
We haven't tried that.
Sydney Samuel has to as well.
hmm
Okay, so far my record is 100%.
First one fell down a little bit. Drum roll.
Yeah.
So you want to bend it in.
Well,
No.
the golf balls are slightly smaller than the eggs, so I want to make sure they don't fall in the tube. Of course, yeah, big smile. But then I said, what if we make it even taller? So to show you it with. Now I need a bucket to put them on there. And this would be ideally, with all the water, it'd be nice to do it outside, or because you do get a little bit of splash. And when I had the kids do it, I had 7th and 8th graders. One girl was successful, no problem. 2 boys that did it just like clobbered the glasses. Eggs broke. And the eggs actually didn't break because they landed outside, but they broke because they landed at the bottom of the glass. So you can imagine even taller glasses if you had them. A little more
The water slows it down.
The water slows it down. Maybe put a little paper towel at the bottom if you're going to keep reusing the eggs. So the real dramatic paper towel holders.
Now I gotta do all this stuff on the summer practice.
Right. Before you guys got here, I practiced that inertia thing for 15 minutes to make sure I could get it in for you guys. So,
I feel like this one's not the back one.
Okay.
It's probably not gonna go in now.
So,
Right.
does anybody want to try it?
Yeah.
You want to let me do it?
You're gonna do it.
Okay. Oh! I got 20. Oh, okay. We gotta do our record.
But you've got pie tins and golf balls at your stations, and we'll pass the glasses around so you can try it.
Yeah. You're welcome.
And
I'll set this one up again with 3. Does anybody want to do it?
I'm gonna go up with the net.
let them start with 1.
No.
Oh,
Oh, you're gonna go big. All right.
Yep. Yeah, the first girl that I had to do, she's like, I want the tall tube, but I want all 3. I was like, no. And she did it.
I like to hear teachers say that.
Yeah, and of course the kids loved it. It all spilled all over.
the messier it is, the more
One egg broke on the floor, so they were like, ah! Okay.
A double hit.